Let's talk about Iraq. You heard Charlie Daggett is just now a pretty grim report there. What needs to be done here? Should this ISIS group, should we just do an all-out air campaign and try to eradicate these people?
Well, I've been arguing for a dual strategy. I talked to General Allen, Keating, Petraeus, Ryan Crocker, Ambassador. These are the experts. We don't want this victory we had to be lost now. We owe it to the Gold Star mothers. I think that what we ought to be doing, ISIS, remember, is the #1 threat to the homeland, the #1 national security threat since 9/11, far surpassing the Fatah in Afghanistan. Core al-Qaeda even calls ISIS extreme, if that gives you some perspective. But I think we need to look at two things. One, targeted airstrikes against ISIS without collateral damage to the Sunnis. And number two, a diplomatic political reconciliation with the Sunni and the Shias. Not an easy thing to do. Maliki, I think, really blew his opportunity the last 5 years to do that, as did the president, in my judgment. But I do think that is the final answer. We are seeing some movement on the positive side of Sunni tribal leaders starting to disassociate themselves from ISIS because they are so extreme. And we're seeing Shia cleric leaders and basically saying, you need to talk to the Sunnis and work this out. I think Maliki has to go. I don't think this can happen with Maliki in power. The good news is they have to finalize their government the end of this month. And I do think the Shias are starting to move towards that direction to a new leader.
All right. Well, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much for joining me.
Bob, thanks for having me.